Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Kevin Stout. I go by KC
Casey. And where do you work?
at the Lee County Sheriff's Office
And how long have you worked there?
since 2003.
And in what capacity do you work at the Lee County Sheriff's Office?
I'm currently the Digital Forensic Supervisor.
And as the Digital Forensic Supervisor, what is digital forensics?
We basically recover evidence from computers and cell phones, any kind of digital media that we come across.
And have you had training in the area of digital forensics?
Yes, ma'am.
What training have you had?
I got a certification. It's called a Certified Forensic Computer Examiner. It's through the International Association of Computer Investigative Specialists. It's a pretty intense 2-week course that you take in class where they're teaching you the ropes of and introducing you to all kinds of tools and equipment and how to recover data. Once you go through that class, you're assigned a coach, a mentor, and you're given 4 practical examinations where you're practicing how to recover data, how to recover dates and times of files, recovering internet histories. If there's anything that you may have missed or may have not realized how to get that kind of data, your coach that you're assigned helps you through that process. Once you pass all those 4 examinations, you're then pushed on to the next phase where you are given a digital copy of a hard drive, and you then independently recover that same data. You recovered the data in the practicals. You're now doing it as an independent examination where you are running a full examination report as if it's a real scenario. You're recovering deleted data, you're recovering internet histories, the same process that you were in the practicals. Part of that, they throw in a hidden or encrypted file that you're supposed to find and locate and recover, and it ends up being a 100-question test where then you have to pass that test.
And you did all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you are a certified forensic computer examiner.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had, do you also belong to the International Association of Computer Investigation?
Yes, that's who sponsors the CFCE.
And as part of just that association's membership, are there a certain number of hours every 3 years that you must continue to complete to maintain even a part of that initial membership?
Yeah, to retain your certification, yes, you have to take 40 hours of training specialized in the computer forensics world. Technology changes constantly, so you're constantly having to go to classes. So they require that, yes.
Have you been trained in more than one type of software?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you been trained in the various data recovery companies?
Yes, ma'am.
And it sounds like you've been trained in cell phone data recovery.
Yes.
Were you asked, as part of your duties and responsibilities at the Lee County Sheriff's Office, to examine a number of devices pertaining to the investigation into the murder of Teresa Sievers?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me just start with this. When you receive a cell phone in the digital forensics unit, what is the first step or procedure you use when you are handed a cell phone?
We always want to make sure that no changes are made to the device. So we'll put it inside of a box called a Faraday box, and it blocks all signal from gaining into the phone. So nothing can be changed, nothing can be wiped or anything like that. It keeps it secure.
And once you place it in the Faraday box, are you able to do something to it so that you can then remove it from the Faraday box?
Yes, ma'am. When it's in there, you put it in what's called airplane mode, which you're disabling your wireless connection, you're disabling your cellular connection, and we'll also take extreme measures and you remove the SIM card out of the cell phone.
And And when did you receive a cell phone on June 29th of 2015?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you follow the same procedures that you've just described for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the processing of that phone, did you determine what the number of that phone was, the phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that 314-239-0173?
Yes.
Once you had removed that phone from the Faraday box, what was the next step in your processing of that phone?
I hooked it up with a USB cable to a cell phone forensics tool called Cellbrite. Cellbrite's just one of our main forensics tools that we use to extract and copy the data from a phone in order to transfer it to our forensics workstations.
Now, when it copies the data from the phone, does it leave the data in the phone as well?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you return a phone, it's got everything it had in it when you started.
Correct.
And with Cellbrite, can you create reports that put information that's retrieved in a readable format?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury about that.
So after we copy the data, the Cellbrite has a tool where it will parse out all the data, and it goes line by line and categorizes it into, for example, if it sees a line of code where it sees that it's a text message, it'll put it in a text message category. If it's a email, it puts it in an email category. Contact goes into contact. So it categorizes it for you.
And did you perform that? Did you do a complete, what would you call it, extraction on the phone that you were handed when you hooked it up to Cellbrite?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's being marked for identification as State's Exhibit number 25. If I may approach the witness, Your Honor.
You may.
What is State's Exhibit number 25?
It's the cell phone forensics report from Cellbrite.
And
that
is
phone.
this the extraction that you obtained from device number, phone number 314-239-0173?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that an accurate, what's in your hand? It's certainly not paper.
No, it's the digital copy that's on a thumb drive.
And so you placed that digital copy on a thumb drive?
Correct.
And is this an accurate, does that thumb drive contain an accurate copy of the extraction that you performed using Cellbrite on the phone number with area code 314-239-0173?
Yes, ma'am.
Move to introduce.
Can we approach? Sure.